What's going on, Guardians? It's your Rifle here, and welcome to my Destiny video. In today's video, I'm going to be covering the new exotic faction class items. And yes, these exotic class items you can equip with your exotic armor pieces, which is nice. Anyways, to start this off, I'm going to go ahead and go over how you exactly get these. There's a lot of confusion actually on getting these. Like, for instance, some people have actually completed this whole quest and they still haven't got it. And the reason why is because you can only get it when the Taken King drops. But you can start this champion faction quest at rank 25. You have to at least be rank 25 in your faction. I know that is a pretty difficult rank for some of you guys, like, oh man, rank 25, gee bus, daggone. But still, you gotta admit, it's pretty freaking awesome that they're adding quest lines for the factions. Like, you feel more rewarded for your ranks now. In my opinion, that's freaking awesome. Anyways, to start this off, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what exactly these class items do. And no, they're not just for looks. Thank goodness, right? I know. So anyways, now you know you have to at least be rank 25 to start this quest line. But you also have to have a pledge allegiance to the faction, which that's going to cost you 2,500 Glimmer. And yes, you are able to do this with multiple different factions. Also, you have to have full pride of your faction, and by that, I am saying you have to have a shader, emblem, and class item from that faction to complete this quest. Some of you guys are probably saying, well, daggone it, I haven't even got a shader and I probably opened up like freaking 30 packages. Rifle, what about for some of us that have bad RNG luck? Well then, for you Guardians, I'm really sorry about that. RNG is a pain in the butthole. But at least now we can actually upgrade our factions faster by exchanging materials, which in my opinion is awesome. You can also even exchange your heavy ammo synthesis. And by the way, in case you guys didn't know, Xur is actually selling 3 heavy ammo for 1 strange coin. So think about that. You can actually exchange your strange coins for some heavy ammo, and then, you know, exchange the heavy ammo for faction XP, or whatever you want to exchange for. Just throwing that out there for you guys, for those of you that aren't at rank 25, and also for some of you that don't have any of the shaders yet. Anyways, once you accept this quest to become a champion in your faction, the quest is then going to require you to kill 500 enemies of the darkness, 10 heroic or nightfall strikes, 100 PvP kills, and also 10 wins in the Crucible. Anyways, now I'm going to go over the rewards of all the exotic class items for every single character and for every single faction. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this preview of what they all look like. Obviously, you will get the certain exotic class item for whatever class you are being. Say like you are being a Titan, well then you'll get the exotic class item for the Titan. Unfortunately, I can't show off what they look like on my sexy body, but I can show off what they're going to look like. Unfortunately, even if you do complete this quest line, you're not going to be able to get these class items until once again the Taken King drops. But for starters, I'm going to go with the Dead Orbit faction since that is my faction. And I know some of you guys are like, what, Rifle? You're part of the Dead Orbit? Oh my gosh, unsubscribe and I'm going to dislike all videos. Because you're just stupid now. I think you're just stupid. But anyways, let's get on with this. This is actually one of my favorite class items that we're going to be able to get. It's called Cloak of Oblivion. It's actually the exotic Dead Orbit class item for the Hunter, and as you guys can see, it looks freaking awesome. That fur over the shoulders just gets me going. Anyways, as I said before, these class items are actually not going to be just for looks. They're going to have some extremely valuable perks on them, such as, for instance, Pathfinder, which, by the way, all these perks that I'm about to go over for this Cloak of Oblivion will also be the same as all of the other exotic faction items that we're going to be able to get. So the perks do not change for a character or for a different faction. They're all going to be the same. Just to make that clear in case you guys are wondering why didn't I go over the perks for the other class items, well that's why. They're all the same. Anyways, the primary perks is Pathfinder, increases Dead Orbit reputation gains, and adds a Dead Orbit effect on spawn. Which I'm not exactly sure what that effect is, but it sounds awesome. Anyways, as you guys can see, it increases the Dead Orbit reputation. If you have another cloak for, say, like the Future War Cult, that'll increase your Future War Cult reputation, and that'll also add a Future War Cult effect on spawn. Which I'm actually thinking that effect is actually going to be like the logo coming in on you at spawn. Like it's going to have like a hologram of the logo maybe. But I can't really tell you right now what that effect is. But anyways, it also has the Life Exotic, which guys, this is an awesome perk to have on this exotic class item. Like I said before, you can equip this with an exotic armor. As you guys can see, this piece of exotic armor can be equipped at the same time as another exotic armor, which I'm pretty sure they meant exotic class item there, but still, you guys get the point. Anyways, it also has Infused, consume a more powerful piece of armor to boost the defense value of this armor, and also it has Reforge armor. Changes the stats and upgrades available in this armor, which by the way, there are random selected perks that you actually get on this class item, such as increased discipline, increased intellect, increased strength, and increased discipline. It looks as if we might not actually get to split, you know, 2 strengths. As you guys can see, they're in different categories here. So I'm not exactly sure how that's going to play out. Nor are we going to be able to split 2 intellects, which makes sense, I guess. I mean, they don't want us to overcharge our intellect or discipline or strength. Anyways, check this out though, guys. This is freaking awesome as well. This is another selectable perk on these exotic class items. And yes, these are for all. Once again, just because I'm going over to Dead Orbit Cloak does not mean that this won't be on a Warlock Future War Cult bond. Anyways, as you guys can see, auto rifle focus increases the upgrade rate for auto rifles. Pulse rifle focus increases the upgrade rate for pulse rifles. You guys get the point. Scout rifle focus, hand cannon focus, fusion rifle focus, shotgun focus, sidearm focus, sniper rifle focus, machine gun focus, rocket launcher focus. Heck yes, it seems like the first selection is going to be primary and the second selection is going to be, you know, special and heavy. So we're not going to be able to once again double up on, say, like 2 auto rifle focuses, but still freaking awesome. And these are once again randomly selected, but as I mentioned before, it does say you can reforge this armor, so keep that in mind, everybody. Anyways, since you guys have gotten a good look at this exotic Dead Orbit class item for the hunter, let's go over all the other ones, shall we? Next up, I have you guys the Titan mark for the Dead Orbit called Mark of Oblivion, and as you guys can see what this looks like, it looks pretty cool. Alrighty, next one is called Light Beyond. This is the Dead Orbit Warlock bond. So stoked to be getting my hands on these. Anyways, for the next faction, I'm going to go over to New Monarchy, starting with the Hunter exotic class item called Cloak of the Rising. Here's the Titan mark for New Monarchy called Mark of the Executor. Up next, I have for you guys the Warlock Bond exotic class item called the Age to Come. Alright, that's all the exotic class items for the New Monarchy. Up next, I have for you guys, lastly but certainly not least, the Future War Call. Starting with the Hunter Cloak, which is called Chaos Cloak. Up next, I have for you guys the Titan Mark, which is called Mark of the Circle. And lastly, the Warlock Bond, which is called Circle of War. And as you guys can see, the max that you're going to be able to get on these exotic class items is 29 in intellect, 29 in discipline, or 29 in strength. It starts at 17 through 29. But yeah guys, there you have it. Hope you guys did enjoy this guide on how to get the exotic class item, and also the preview of all of them. Which one was your favorite? I have to say once again, mine was the Cloak of Oblivion, which is the Dead Orbit Hunter Cloak. But I'm out of here, everyone. This has been your Rifle. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. As always, if you could, please remember to leave a like and or share the video if you're feeling really generous with your Rifle. It is much appreciated, everybody. And also, as always, remember to stay safe, Guardians, and don't sleep in peace. Peace.